face. So right now I have a voice AI line, but we're gonna get into it. So this is the official launch of building our first AI homegirl. And let me just go ahead and create, well, in theory, I guess this is all stuff that I'm learning that I should have had built, but whatever. We are all learning here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this the voice AI homegirl document. And we're gonna go ahead and write out my MVP. So this is what I hope to accomplish in 30 minutes, all right? All I wanna do is I want a simple branded landing page with an invitation to chat. And then on this side, I want to have, a button that opens up the microphone function. Yes, a button that opens up the microphone permissions for somebody's computer, allowing them to talk. A female voice AI that begins talking as soon as they are connected with an on-brand welcome message. Okay, so these are the 3 requirements that I have for today's building session. This is what I want to check in on at 30 minutes from now, and I'm going to build it live using Lovable and N8N. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you how easy Lovable is. We're going to take this here of my MVP, and it'd be like, please create a landing page for an AI voice bot. It's simple. And then here are the requirements for the MVP. I'm going to paste that in here. And then I have attached a sample landing page to draw inspiration from. And I'll just take a screenshot of that. Actually, I will. Yes, okay. For that, and then I'm gonna also upload that just to give it something to work off of. I kind of want to see how it's going to interpret that anyways. All right, so let me go ahead and upload that, and now all of a sudden we have it spinning up a preview. Now this is just for the visuals, but I'm going to also need to add in some functionality, which means I'm going to have to program what I want to happen when somebody clicks that button. Now to the user, when they click that button, they're going to get the welcome message, which is what I just programmed here into Lovable. But on the back end, there's going to be a series of things that happen. Like I want them to be able to I want to get a notification. It needs to go to the custom instructions that I'm going to have with the personality of the bot, the custom instructions for the data that I want to provide to make this a rich experience, being able to train it on my frameworks, and it's ultimately going to be a webhook. And so I'm going to go to N8N, and let me get out. I'm all up on my old, not my old, but my other current working project. And right now I'm going to open up my workspace, and I'm going to be building out a new workflow. Okay. And this is going to start with a webhook. And it's going to be a GET request because we just want to get that data. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put that test URL. And let me go back here and see what's happening. So this is an exciting project. I can see from your reference image that you want a sleek, modern landing page with futuristic aesthetic, purple, pink gradients, and elegant design elements. Okay, so that's why we upload something for it to catch a vibe, so to speak. Concept of custom GPT suggests something sophisticated and impressive. I wasn't really feeding it to that to have. I do love that little dopamine booster. Okay. Neutral conversation, experience the AI. Okay, so off top, this is like just too much. I literally just want it to be like the picture of the homegirl and then like on the, it's like a call button. But you know, I wasn't specific, so that's on me. All right, hero section, I've created stunning voice. Okay, so fully implement 11 Labs voice functionality. You'll need to provide your 11 Labs API key. All right, and this is where it gets to be a real vibe. This is fine. I want to redo this. I'm not really feeling like the aesthetics of this landing page, but right now we're just focused on functionality first. So this is where the magic happens. I go up here and I click to connect a super base, and I have a couple different projects going on right now. I'm going to create a new project, which now I can do because I have upgraded it to the Lovable Premium, and it's for the AI Homegirl. Wait, hold on. Stop playing with me. For the number within the organizations, limit 2 free projects. What do you mean? What do you mean? I have upgraded my space already. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Or we're gonna have to just put one of these on pause. Okay. I gotta go to my... No. Where can I see settings, authentication, no, database, general, hold on, pause project, there it is. So it's going to take a second to pause while I figure that out, because I know that you know, it might have just been that I upgraded Lovable, but I didn't upgrade Super Base. So that's on me. All right. For now, I'm going to pause AI skill streak bingo. Coming back to that later. I'm going to be connecting this new project, which is going to be my landing page for voice AI. And so far I'm already 6 minutes in. I'm like, get it together. All right, get it together. New project. So this new project is going to be my voice AI homegirl. And I'm gonna have, oh my goodness, well, we can't use that password now. I'll be like, don't be looking. I'm gonna change it to this scene here. So all right, hold on, no, I'm back, y'all. All right, here I am. I have my new project. Now I'm going to go back to Lovable, and does see, there it is, Voice AI Homegirl. So once I put in Voice AI Homegirl and I connect to my super base, which you just saw, I just made a new workspace. That's all it was. And connected to Lovable, I'm going to have some new options over here in Lovable. All right. So here I see my app is now connected to Superbase. I can do create authentication. So having people being able to log in to my app and it'll preserve their information, right? Before I would have to know how to set up a database and make calls and update it dynamically and all this, but literally you just see me do it. Now I can actually, that's real. I could do this now, y'all. All right. So let's go to 11 labs. So I would like to integrate my 11 labs API key now, please. All right, so I'm gonna head over to 11 labs, and if you don't know, 11 labs is the premier voice to text, speech to speech, so you could generate text voice AI from just a text prompt. You can upload a voice sample and have it convert voices. It actually just shows, let's see, maybe not here. Oh yeah, speech to text, text to speech, conversational AI, which is more so what we are doing, dubbing, voice cloning. 11 reader, what is that? Oh, okay. So it integrates your books, articles, and PDFs with an 11 reader. So if you want to be able to hear your favorite audiobook in a specific voice, I guess you can just do that with ease now. That's what's up. Voice cloning. You know, it'd be really struggling with my voice clone. But essentially, this is kind of what we're creating is a voice chat. You know, I can agree, and it's going to actually open up my microphone. I can select my permissions.
Hey there. I'm out. What brings you to 11 Labs today? First time here or looking for something specific?
Well, actually, I just wanted to see about connecting my voice AI.
Connecting your voice AI? Interesting. Are you thinking about using 11 Labs to add voice to an existing AI agent, or are you looking to build an agent from scratch using our tools? Also, could you tell me a bit about which organization you represent? If you're just experimenting on your own, that's totally cool too.
Okay, so as you can hear, I'm using this as an example because they're going to use the cream of the crop. They're going to use the best example of a voice AI that they've got. When you see these big demonstrations happening from OpenAI or Google, they a lot of times are cherry picking incredible examples that if you and I went on to use their software and tried to prompt, we would not get that. We would burn through so many credits before we got something that even represented something close to that quality. So I always use this as the bar of, okay, this is where AI voice, the pinnacle of it is right now. This is probably like as good as you're going to get. And as you can see, it's still even kind of wonky, but also vastly improved from where it was months ago. So again, every time you're using one of these tools, it's important to think about, this is the worst that it's ever going to be, y'all. Okay. So did that. Now I want to go into my API keys. Now don't be looking at my API keys. All right. I'm going to have to put the eyeball back on you. Hold on, where did my eyeball go? Hold on. I'm working these scenes out. That's why this is just my first test live stream. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and create an API key, and it's going to be for N8N Voice AI Homegirl Flow. And now I can also restrict the key by saying which of these like, what is it? Features does it have access to? It could do speech to text, speech to speech. Ooh. All right, so I'm getting my API key back there. And I have the access key here. All right, so now that I have done that, oh, has somebody joined us here? I was doing some private stuff, so they just like joined, and it's just like this picture of an eyeball. All right. Actually, I'm gonna go back. I need to actually add this scene change in my Stream Deck, so that's something that I will note for another time. But right now, I'm doing a no code vibe build, and I have my API key. So now I'm gonna put it in Lovable. And what I want to show you here is in Lovable, it simply allows you to now add an API key. So I said, I would like to integrate my 11 Labs API key now, please. And before, you would have to know how to add this to a header or use the headers, the key pairs to say like you have a bearer token and put in this code. But now you can literally say add API key, and I'm going to paste mine in right there. Oops. I gotta get that eye down. All right, I'm pasting in. Okay, good. It wasn't even gonna show you anyways, but I gotta learn, lead by example, and keeping those API keys saved is very important, y'all, especially over here live. So he said, I have now added the API keys that you have asked for, and it looks like Lovable is still working. All right, so I'll integrate your 11 Labs API key to replace the browser's built-in speech synthesis with 11 Labs premium voice technology. So I just kind of want to see what Lovable is going to do on the back end with this. But ultimately, I'm actually going to be building out a workflow to have more control, an agent that's going to be able to take actions. And I'm going to do that on the back end with N8N. And so I was showing you but right before here that this is going to be a webhook. So it's going to, when somebody presses that button, I want a webhook to go off and it's going to send the voice prompt back. Remember, I want to have one welcome message that is prompting the user to speak and respond with answering some type of question. And I'm going to use this information to ultimately help them build out with using an AI agent. Although they're not going to ever think of it like that. It's just chatting with your AI homegirl. All right. So let's see. I got my white label version of High Level over there. All right. I've successfully integrated your 11 Labs API key with premium voice functionality. Here's what I've implemented: a secure server function that calls 11 Labs API, the custom voice hook, okay, updated voice chat. It now uses, okay. The component is getting quite long. You might consider asking me to refactor it smaller. Yes, please refactor it. Okay. And also, where did my page go? Okay, start. That will amaze you. All right. We're about halfway through our time. And I need to get this button, a female voice AI that begins talking. So we want to have at least those two things, and then we can figure out what the next steps are, come up with a full product requirements document. And yeah, let's see. All right, I refactored the voice chat component into smaller focused components. All right, please simplify the web page so that it uses the more modern, sleek, lavender, chrome, minimalist this branding of the AI Homegirl. And let me see, I have the AI Homegirl logo on here. What you gonna do when they come for you? I've also attached the AI Homegirl logo. The middle, the landing page should be simple with a config of press chat with the AI Homegirl and have it appear and have a cell phone with no. Let's see, I gotta find a picture of her. Have a cell phone with her image inside of it with a glowing button, with a glowing call button and response to the mix. Wow. All right. I'll redesign the webpage with a modern, sleek, lavender chrome aesthetic. And I'm really trying to see this because I'm like, where is it? Also, I wish that it was more apparent about how credits are being used right now. I have no idea. I can hide this as some voice welcome whisper. All right, I'm gonna have to refresh this because I don't see nothing. We got 12 minutes left. This is more what I'm talking about. All right, I needed to like frame that better, and it didn't really pull in the logo. That was the wrong format.
Hello, I'm your AI voice assistant. I'm excited to chat with you today. What would you like to talk about?
Oh, well, I just wanted to see things that you know about me. Yep. Do you know things? Like, what's up? Okay. So, what else do we need to do here? All right. Let me see. I want to make sure that okay, so I'm gonna say select the edit, ask for quick changes here. I can attach. All right. Please replace the image. Cool. Please replace the image. That was here. And I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. I'm writing here a section, and I really just want it to be show the current time. Okay. Oh, okay. We got some action here. Oh man. I'll up the time to show the current time instead of the static. Little things like that. And then I think I just want to get rid of all of this completely. And cool, 16:39. All right, I got some military time. All right, I'm not mad about that. And then can I can edit, have this button open up the voice chat. Cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. What you won't do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world's only you. Make me do for love what I would not do. All right. The glowing call button in the phone mock-up to trigger the voice chat one click. So go ahead and make it happen for me. Let's go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, excellent.
And hello, I'm your AI voice assistant.
Okay.
I'm excited to chat with you today. What would you like to talk about?
Girl,
Hello, I'm your AI voice
calm
assistant.
down.
I'm excited to chat with you.
She's a little too excited, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna have to prompt around that. So the other thing is I really just want her to be the center of attention. So I need to get rid of all of this. I'm gonna go back into edit mode, and it's gonna be the whole div. And the thing that I want to have is get rid of the entire left column. So there's just the phone with one header above it that says chat with the proper pronoun, the AI homegirl now. Oh, and there is no end quotation. What am I doing? All right, here we go. Let's see. Hideaway. Welcome. It looks like I have a viewer in the house. I'm just kidding. They fell off. All right. So I'll remove the left-hand column and replace it with a simple header above the phone, creating a cleaner centered layout. And with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go, we would have met our MVP, a simple branded landing page with an invitation to chat, a button that opens up to microphone permissions for somebody's computer allowing to talk, and a female AI voice that begins talking as soon as they are connected with an on-brand welcome message. All right. So this technically meets all of those qualifications. Now, ultimately, we would want to have the actual functionality, which is a back and forth two-way conversation. Right now, it's broken in terms of she's saying something to me, I'm saying something back, and then she's not responding. All right. And so that's where you start to see the limitations of something like Lovable, where you have to now build out the back end. Now, I know Lovable is capable of building out more. Like, as you can see, connecting it to Supabase makes it super easy to add your API credentials without having to have any webhooks called, without having to put in any bearer tokens. And if you don't know what that means, then it makes it even better that you're using Lovable and the Supabase integration, because honestly, that's been a headache for me. I'm like, where was this when I was really trying to learn how to code? All right, so there we go. Chat with the AI homegirl now. The AI homegirl ready to chat. Okay, so literally with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go, I have an MVP. Now, what I'm gonna want to do is to take this a step further. I'm gonna get this webhook URL. Oops, copied it a bunch of times, and this is what we started with, and this is what we're ending with, which is just way more on brand, way more simplistic. I need to tell them to use Sora, but this is fine. Like, see, this was just too much. AI voice assist, no, I just need people to get right to it. I need a face. I don't know where the statistics stay, but having some type of face, even though this is just like an AI twin clone or whatever, is going to make your product be more personable. It's going to make people want to actually test it out. This over here, well, I closed the window. It wasn't even worth looking at anymore. It was too much text. It wasn't sexy. This is sexy. All right, this is like, yes, what's going on? Hey, and welcome to whoever's in the chat. Feel free to say what's up. Okay, so layout features a center design with the header chat with the AI homegirl now. And I'm gonna ask I can also, when the button is pressed, execute, or is it exit, like a webhook is going to catch this webhook. I want to attach a webhook to the button. Okay. And I want to catch it. Yeah. And writing the hero section, I'll help you add a webhook to the call button. This will allow you to send data to an external service when the button is clicked. And then I want to be able to send it back and forth, because what I'm going to do is when you press the button, I want to be able to choose my voice AI model. I want to be able to improve my voice clone, then eventually have it be able to be like me. I do have a voice AI, but you have to call my phone number, and not everybody wants to have a whole like phone conversation or like feel like they're calling, right? Failed to change. Okay, to send changes. All right, webhook settings. Here's what I added: webhook settings dialog, a settings button in the top right corner where, oh no, I did not want that. They're not supposed to know. What's going on? Who I got here in the building? There was a issue. Please try again. Okay. So your AI voice assistant is ready to chat. Why would you do that? Webhook trigger. The call button is pressed. It sends data to a webhook and then starts the voice chat. All right. The webhook sends useful data, including the event type, timestamp, source, and user agent information. I do not want any forward-facing webhook talk for the user. So get rid of that button. Get rid of that button, please. What we ultimately want. Oh my gosh, and we're running back. I wish I let's see. Can I undo stuff in Lovable? I haven't ever tried to do an undo history. Okay, I do not want to talk for the user, so get rid of that webhook button in the corner. When the button is pressed, I want to execute a N8N workflow. That would be a bit easier. So I've built out some workflows before with voice, but now I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about this. If I want to do a talking head avatar and mainly use the avatar, like the pre-built-in live avatar, and whoever's here, let me know if you know. Can I simply make my voice bot in here and then deploy it via API? They're probably right here. So conversation, add webhook. But this would be called when a new Twilio phone call, right? I don't want this to be a phone call. I want this to be a widget. Create and manage secure secrets. Okay, post call. This will be called when the conversation ends. But no, I need this to be happening in real time here. So they got rid of that webhook settings, and you'll need to replace the new the webhook URL variable with your actual N8N webhook URL. So I have that over here. That's my webhook. And my N8N webhook URL is, let's go ahead and put it in. Let's see. And now half the battle is just figuring out what the best tool is to use, the cheapest, the most affordable, the most integratable. Is that a word? And I've mainly used 11 Labs to create voices and then to create small snippets that I repurpose for social media. Although I know that you can also create a talking head avatar, which is going to be my next project or whatever. Actually, that's HeyGen, but it's powered by 11 Labs on the voice side. So let's go see where we are. It's been updated and will now be triggered when the call button is pressed. And it might not actually catch. Let's see if we can listen for an event. Listening for a test event.
Hello, I'm your AI voice assistant. I'm excited to chat with you today. What would you like?
Girl, no. Let me press it one more time while I'm in here now.
Hello, I'm your AI voice assistant. I'm excited to chat with you today. What would you like to talk about?
No. Oh my goodness, I am out of time. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, I achieved my MVP, which was here. Simple branded landing page with an invitation to chat, a button that opens up the microphone permissions for somebody's computer, allowing them to talk, a female voice AI that begins talking as soon as they're connected with an on-brand welcome message. And so the next thing, the next steps are going to be basically figure out the workflow for how the button will execute a N8N workflow and program the base personality of the voice plus functionality and be able to have a 30-second conversation. Okay, so those are the next steps for continuing to build out to this MVP. But for now, I'm pretty happy with just testing this out because I just started building in Lovable, getting into the Lovable Shipped program, and figuring out what I want to ship in the next 6 weeks. Plus, I was one of the winners at the N8N hackathon where I got to build out my content flow. And so I really want to build out more in the back end, be able to connect to these two. So a couple things that I learned today, or I got to practice, was this edit feature. So being able to literally click edit, click any of the elements here, and then say what kind of changes that you want so that you don't have to go through here and prompt everything all over again. I was able to easily connect my Supabase to this new project, create the new Supabase project, and then connect it here to this specific Lovable project, enter my 11 Labs API keys. And so I'm like, that's I feel like we accomplished a lot in that 30 minutes. So thank you for joining me on this live stream of the first live build by the AI Homegirl. And I will see you next time. Over and out.